It's my pleasure. My name is Dana Cooper, and it's my pleasure this morning to introduce Monsieur Claude Léger. As a founding partner of OSL Marketing, one of Canada's leading integrated marketing agencies offering promotion, direct and web-based marketing and advertising. OSL has over 50 active clients who are primarily private sector blue chip companies, ranging from #1 consumer packaged good brands to leading firms in the financial, pharmaceutical, and retail trades. Claude is a firm believer in outsmarting versus outspending the competition, something we can all learn about, and looking at non-traditional ways to reach consumers, making partnerships an essential ingredient for consideration when seeking marketing solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Monsieur Claude Léger.
Ever heard the name? Oh, there's one. Yeah. Well, it's too bad because, I know a lot of people, So, one of the first things you should learn is that agencies have a tremendous contact and tremendous network of individuals. Every one of these brands involves anywhere between 1 to 50 people. I probably not know all of them because my people do, but so we know them, we know what their career path is. Some of them we've actually placed in these jobs. We know who their wives are, their children are. So if anything else you should know, when you're kind of getting into a partnership arrangement or kind of knowing your client, having a personal relationship with it is really important. Cold calling does not work. Or if it does, it's pure luck. And that's, you should understand that sort of from the beginning. So these are the kind of organizations we deal with. Obviously, we're not exclusive in all of these. Each one of these guys may have 3, 4, 5 agencies floating around, depending on the size. In some of these organizations, for instance, like PepsiCo, there's 3 of us. So therefore, if you want to get something going, you want to know who somebody is, you want to have some help pushing through some of your ideas or trying to get some connections, obviously somebody like me can be very helpful to you. It is changing. If you haven't noticed over the last couple of years, technology has done a major way of changing it. It's no longer part of the mass marketing. It's really not the buzzword anymore. It's individualized marketing. How do I engage consumers personally? So to me, that's a good thing because you guys have engaged consumers, engaged members, those kind of things. So that's a very positive thing. They're all about interacting. We want feedback. Tell me how you feel. Tell me about how you feel about my brand. It's not about just interrupting them saying, hey, while you're having dinner, here's a 30-second commercial. No, it's about engaging them. So all these things are good things for you guys because you have a positive story. And it's about dynamic content, not about static anymore. So it's about updating information and keeping things dynamic, two-way conversations. So all these things should be very positive in terms of how you interact, how you are able to engage maybe a brand interest. This is sort of one of the things that we do in terms of where the marketing used to be before. Marketers today want brand advocates. They want word-of-mouth agents. That's the hot button. That's the target they're all trying to get. And you know what? You have these people. You should have these people somewhere in your system. Certainly associations have memberships, and you have those. Causes have, individuals that are very committed to different causes. So automatically you have these individuals, and that's really that's the high level. That's what they want nowadays. It's no longer the mass stuff. The mass stuff they do, and they do less of, but they're looking for those kind of things. And I think that's one of the strengths that you guys have is have access to these brand advocates and access to these people who could potentially use word of mouth you have a database. Very hot button nowadays if you have a database. Social media. What are you doing in the social media? How can you loop in? Are you having any new media, new technology? These are all hot buttons for them because it grabs their attention. And if you have any program that exists around this or intentions of putting programs that are around these issues, then you're going to get more of their attention for sure. So you need to think about what you can do in this area, what you have, and what you can do differently to maybe appeal to a brand or give access to a brand to some of your, obviously, people.